Your Vote 2012. In 1 week till the Iowa caucuses, a brand new poll shows two frontrunners are neck and neck. Hello, I'm Ryan Bass. Welcome to INN News. The GOP presidential candidates are in the home stretch in the Hawkeye State. Michelle Bachmann, Rick Perry, and Newt Gingrich are all motoring across Iowa. The three making 17 stops alone today. Mitt Romney started the day off in New Hampshire, but will launch his Iowa bus tour tomorrow. The latest national Gallup poll shows Newt Gingrich on top, but barely ahead of Mitt Romney. Ron Paul isn't far behind in third. And in New Hampshire, which votes just 1 week after Iowa, a new poll shows Romney with a commanding lead. Newt Gingrich and Ron Paul are tied for second place there. Meanwhile, it's been a tough few days for Newt Gingrich. His past is coming back to haunt him in the form of divorce papers related to his first wife, Jackie. Gingrich had said Jackie wanted the split in 1980, but the documents show she hired an attorney to fight her husband's petition. There have been long-time rumors he presented her the divorce papers while she was in the hospital being treated for cancer. This comes after his home state of Virginia did not put his name on the primary ballot. A Democratic Party strategist says the negative PR could be bad news for his chances in Iowa.
The caucus goers in Iowa are so famously plugged in and in tune with all these details that sure, it's possible that there's a couple of caucus goers out there paying enough attention that they'll care.
Gingrich has been married 3 times in all. His current wife, Costilla, is a mainstay on the campaign trail. We're learning more details about the massive fire that engulfed a coastal mansion in Connecticut. It broke out early Christmas Day, killing well-known ad executive Madonna Badger's 3 daughters and her parents. Firefighters say the embers of Yule logs sparked it. The fire chief says this fire has been devastating for everyone in the tight-knit community, and many on his staff are now seeking counseling. A medical chopper on a life-saving mission crashes, killing all 3 people on board. It happened in Clay County, Florida. The chopper was heading toward Gainesville from the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville on the way to pick up a heart from UF Shands when it crashed yesterday morning. The pilot and 2 Mayo Clinic employees were killed. Recovery efforts were difficult because of where the crash happened.
It's all dirt roads, it's all private property, and it's about 5 miles of woods back that way, and there's not really much in there at all.
NTSB and FAA investigators are currently looking into the crash. Well, if you're about to use one of your Christmas gift cards, you may want to check the balance first. As Carol Hand explains, thieves are also ready to spend that money as well.
Anyone who has ever received a gift card knows that this thing here is the most important part of the card. It's the security code, and thieves have been getting their hands on them by scratching off the protective strip, taking a picture of the number on the back, even skimming the card through an electronic reader, all before it leaves the store. Consumer watchdogs say the gift card Grinch waits for you to buy the card and for it to be activated.
The bad guy checks his computer, finds out that the card's been loaded, takes the money off it online before your friend has a chance to use the card you bought for them. It's very simple.
New York Senator Chuck Schumer has written a letter to the National Retail Federation and the Gift Card Association demanding that stores do more to protect our hard-earned cash, like keeping gift cards behind the counter. With gift card transactions expected to top $27 billion this holiday season, it's a huge payout for crooks, which we could help stop.
Try not to buy it off the rack. Ask for one from behind the counter and take a look at it before you buy it, and make sure that it hasn't been tampered with.
The National Retail Federation tells me that locking gift cards behind the counter would be inconvenient for customers and retailers. So what they're doing instead is working behind the scenes to electronically make sure these cards are safe.
Congress is working on a separate gift card bill that would allow consumers to get their money back if their card is lost or stolen, or if the company that sold the card goes bankrupt. There's reason for you to keep a close eye on your credit card transactions as we show you in tonight's Back to Business.
The computer hacking group Anonymous says they stole credit card numbers from a security think tank. Anonymous claims they stole credit card accounts and other private client information from the U.S. security firm Stratfor. Some clients are reporting unauthorized transactions. 2011 is going down in the record book as a not-so-blockbuster year for the box office. North American ticket sales are $500 million short of where they were last year. On average, a ticket to a flick in 2011 cost moviegoers $7.89. That's up 1% from a year ago. It appears that Apple is working on a cell phone that doesn't need recharging for weeks at a time. And based on patent filings, that appears to be the future for iPhones, iPods, and MacBooks as well. The hydrogen fuel cells the company is developing are lighter and environmentally safer. And that's your Back to Business.
Sears says it will close 100 to 120 Sears and Kmart stores. The CEO says the company is trying to reduce expenses after disappointing sales for big-ticket items this year. The locations of the store closures have not yet been announced. The world is getting a rare glimpse inside North Korea as the secretive state undergoes a major transition. That and more in tonight's Global News Now.
North Korea has released this video of Kim Jong-il's son weeping while standing before his father's body, lying in state. Kim Jong-un was declared head of the ruling party's Central Committee yesterday. His father's funeral is tomorrow. Britain's Prince Philip is out of the hospital. The Duke of Edinburgh, who is 90 years old, underwent a heart operation to treat a blocked artery on Friday. Toyota Motor has launched a new hybrid vehicle that the automaker says is Japan's most fuel-efficient car. Aqua runs about 83 miles per gallon. That's right, 83 miles per gallon. It costs just over $21,000. It will be launched in the U.S. next spring. Large numbers are making their way to an ice skating rink built on the Red Square in Moscow this winter season. The Red Square skating rink is big enough for 400 skaters to be on the ice at one time. This is the 6th year for the rink. More than 56,000 visitors skated there last year. And that's your Global News Now.
And many parts of the country that usually see snow don't have it, including Omaha, Nebraska. It's great weather for people who don't want to navigate icy roads, but as Megan McRobert from our affiliate KPTM reports, some local businesses rely on clearing those roads and worry a dry season might dry up their income.
Dry streets and sidewalks have been an unexpected sight this year.
Yeah, it's awesome for those people that don't like snow.
But for those that rely on the snow for income,
It's a little mind-boggling right now.
the dry conditions are soaking up their spirits.
I think we'd be happy just to see a snowflake come out of the sky. Know that snow exists.
Paul Sobey says this dry season has him turning to other work just to keep busy.
It's driving me a little crazy. I've got a few things that I've been doing to keep myself busy. Probably maybe next week we'll have to start doing the snow dance.
Sobey's done tree work, yard work, even decorates homes for Christmas for some extra change. He worries the drier season may also dry up his bank account.
I think a lot of guys that are in the lawn and landscape business that do snow removal count on the snow for whatever they use their money for.
Money that Sobey uses to repair equipment, to advertise, and buy new equipment.
This equipment needs to be replaced, and I'm going to do it next year.
It's income that he says usually comes easy.
Last year, I think all of us guys were getting sick of snow. It was that good.
Sobey counts on at least 30 inches of snow removal each season.
I've used my plow twice this year.
But he's not throwing in the towel just yet.
You know, high pressure could change and push a snowstorm down our way, and, you know, maybe that'll happen.
But when it's hard to be optimistic.
You know, guys, get out there, let's do the snow dance and see what we can do to get Mother Nature to give us some snow.
He says he's trying not to worry too much and hopes more snow may fall by mid-January. Megan McRoberts reporting for INN News.
A move over Marino. The Saints' Drew Brees has done it last night with this 9-yard touchdown pass to Darren Sproles. He set the NFL single-season record for passing yards, breaking a record held by Miami's Dan Marino since 1984. Drew Brees has now thrown for 5,087 yards this season. And guess what? There's still one more regular season game left.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
Next, looking back on the news we've waited a decade to hear as we continue our year in reviews, and news that will have Van Halen fans jumping for joy. INN continues after this.
Might as well